Welcome to Dennis M. O'Brien Field this evening for another great evening of Panther football. I'm Bob Hayes, along with my broadcast partner Rich Green, bringing you the call of today's game as the Whitman Hanson Panthers take on the Duxbury Dragons. Glad you have tuned into this Whitman Hanson cable community access production that is being viewed in the towns of Whitman and Hanson. It's going to be a big game tonight for the Panthers, playing the Dragons. What are you thinking, Rich?
No, Bob, it's always a great matchup when they play Duxbury, so I'm expecting a good contest, and it turned out to be a nice evening, another great night for high school football.
Anytime you get this type of weather in the fall, it's a great night for high school football. It's a little brisk here tonight. I'd say it's bordering on 55 to 57 degrees. How's Duxbury's record this year, Rich?
They are undefeated. They're always a tough matchup for anybody on the South Shore. Last time I checked the Boston Herald rankings, they were number 3 in the state. So, again, it will be a tough matchup for the Panthers.
Well, as we always say here in Whitman Hanson Panther Nation, every matchup's a tough matchup. We come to play the game, and that's why we do it. So it should be a great night. We're going to be starting here in just a moment. The band's all ready to go here, and the cheerleaders are lined up, and it appears the Panthers are ready to come out there in the end zone. Rich, if you look to the north part of the end zone, you'll see that brand new scoreboard that's all up and installed. We've just got to run the power to it. Isn't it awesome?
It looks awesome. I was over standing underneath it earlier, and boy, it really towers over the other one. So, and it's going to be, you're going to be able to see it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dennis M. O'Brien.
Yeah, you're definitely going to be able to see it from here in the booth. That's going to be a change from leaning outside and have to look to see what the score is and how much time we have left. So it should be a nice change, but it's also going to be available to anyone in the community who would like to put happy birthday, any type of greetings, any type of advertising for a small fee. You contact Bob Rogers, Athletic Director at Whitman Hanson Regional School District.org. And he'll be more than happy to give any of you information on what's going to happen with the scoreboard.
The teams playing tonight remind you that the success of high school athletics is based on the practice of good sportsmanship and behavior.
We ask that all in attendance please show respect for the game of football, its players, coaches, officials, and spectators.
Panther Pride means taking personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of fair play and conduct.
Please be respectful of our facilities by kindly collecting all trash and disposing of it in the designated barrels located along the walkways.
In case of emergency, the main exit is located outside the snack shed area.
We thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy tonight's game.
Bob, it's my understanding that Ethan Phelps will not be in the lineup tonight.
I believe that John Zeiden's going to be starting the quarterback.
In midfield for Duxbury, we have number 2, John Roberts.
And they're out there flipping the coin. The coin toss is up.
Quinn Murphy. For our Whitman Hanson team, we have Jacob Nixon, number 7. We have 42.
It's tough to tell from here, Rich, whether we won the toss.
There's a signal there. Looks like the Panthers won it and deferred to the second half.
As you can see, Duxbury will receive.
Whitman Hanson will be kicking off the Duxbury for the start of this contest.
Panthers lost a close matchup last week to Hingham.
That was a great away game, and it was on a beautiful, beautiful day. It was a great day for football.
Hingham's another tough matchup for everybody on the South Shore.
Well, all of these teams, South Shore-wise, are pretty matched up. They come to play. I mean, Thanksgiving Day, if you're following Abington at all, I think they're undefeated as of yet.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please rise and remove your caps. Direct your attention to the flag that flies above the press box as Whitman Hanson's marching band and majorettes help us to honor America with our national anthem. you. Now let's get ready to play some football.
Well, the national anthem's over here at Dennis M. O'Brien Stadium, and the Panthers are going to be kicking off to the Duxbury Dragons. As always, Rich, what's your prediction?
This is going to be a tough game. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about it all day. I know the Panthers got a tough team, but Duxbury's got a lot of size. Again, they're rated 3 in the state. But I'll give it to the Panthers. I'm going to say 28-21.
Stadium for Corporal Paul Skarenka's home that was vandalized earlier this week. Please consider doing that at some point during the course of tonight.
Well, Rich, last year I remember going to Duxbury on a rainy, torrential rain evening, and the Panthers had a very, very good shot. It was a very close game. The ball was slippery. There was a couple of mess-ups, but it could have gone either way. It was a great game. We got Jake O'Brien back here to kick, number 40. The ball's up and away, and it's a great kick. Fielded by number 21 of the Dragons.
Number 21, Tim Randolph.
Taken down by
Jake O'Brien's kick.
Like number 33 for the Panthers. Host the tacklers on that.
26, 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
Duxbury's going to start from the 27-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Dragons.
Are you the announcer? Next guy over. Excuse me, sir. Can you make an announcement? There's an empty listing on Sean Aldo.
Give me 6.
Duxbury's back to pass, number 2. Knocked down by number 42 of the Panthers, Mike Connors.
That was close to an interception right there, right off the bat.
Connors came right off. He read the play, put his hand up, and knocked it out of the air. Great play by Mike Connors for the Panthers. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Dragons. John Roberts is the quarterback for the Dragons. He's back again to pass. And he overthrows it. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Ball looked like it was intended for number 5 of the Dragons.
Do we have a flag on the play?
If you have found a missing envelope with the name Sean,
We got holding against Duxbury.
please bring it to the press box.
Interesting.
Needs to give it to the right people.
Interesting decision here by Coach Driscoll.
Yeah, do you decline the penalty?
He did decline it, yeah.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Penalty declined. It is 3rd down and 10.
This looks like a pass play, Rich.
Expect another pass, yeah. And we got a
timeout.
False start on Duxbury.
Ooh.
Procedure, Duxbury, 3rd and 15.
We have
Panthers got him going the right way. Got him going backwards.
We have former principal Paul Carroll calling the game here in the booth for the Panthers. Some Panthers just never disappear. You know, they hang and they hang and they hang, and we love that part. Paul's a great guy. Going to be a quarterback keeper. He's definitely stopped short of the 1st down.
Good sign by the Panthers. Stop 3 and out.
4th down.
The punt team comes on the field.
Interesting that Duxbury started out with 3 straight passes. Side.
Kick is up and away.
Yeah.
Nixon takes it on the bounce, runs it back for about 3 yards, and the Panthers are going to start on about their 37-yard line.
Jacob Nixon. Panthers will begin on about the 37-yard line, 1st and 10.
Be interesting to see what the first play is of the Panthers. They always come up with something that's different.
Mike Connors starting in the backfield.
John Zayden's going to be quarterbacking for the Panthers tonight. I actually think it's pronounced Zayden.
And that's
Zayden hands off to number 27, who's headed for the outside.
Crawley, right?
Stopped at the line of scrimmage, Billy Martell.
Handing the ball off to number 27, Billy Martell. No gain.
Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Run up the middle. He's still moving. Fumbled the ball. And then it was refumbled.
Extra effort producing a fumble recovery.
That's Beast on the fumble.
15, and that would be Sam Happenstall.
Dragons are going to take over.
Duxbury will take over on the
Beast made it through the line, and he was running to come up and took a pretty big hit and fumbled the ball.
Haven't seen that often this year with the turnovers. Big stand for the defense now. Can't let them go to the end zone.
First and 10 for the Dragons.
Empty backfield.
Doesn't appear that their quarterback's afraid to run, and here he goes again. Small gain.
quarterback draw, John Roberts. Pick up about 4 yards.
Going to bring up 2nd and 6. Quarterback keeper again. Gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Good pursuit by the Panther defense. Big play coming up.
33-yard line, 3rd and a long 6.
I think Giuliani was in on that stop too, number 11. Brings up 3rd and about 6. Panthers need a stop right here. This might be 4 down territory, though.
See if he's going to blitz here. No.
Nope. Stop right at the line.
11, Jack Jacobson carrying.
Sweeney in on the stop.
I see them going for it here on 4th.
Gain of 1.
Connors was also in on the stop. It's 4 down territory. It's 4th and about 5.
Quick no huddle.
It's back to pass.
Oh, he overthrew him.
The pressure was on. Pressure was definitely on.
Yep.
Incomplete.
And who made the play? Nathan Beath was in there on the quarterback to.
Yeah, Beath did manage to put some pressure on that quarterback and make him throw quickly.
Yep.
So they turn it over on downs.
No damage done.
Nope. Panthers are going to take over about 5 yards short of where the ball got turned over.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Handoff up the middle.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain. Second
Oh.
down. 10 yards. Second down.
Both teams having a little trouble moving the ball right now.
Yeah, it's a little flat, but it's the beginning of the game, and things always ramp up. Everybody seems to be feeling out the other side and see what's happening.
Yep. Coaches are watching what's going on.
Zaiden's working out of the shotgun. He's got corners with him, I believe. He's back to throw. It's tough to tell if that was complete. Looks no.
No, incomplete. Just overthrown.
Incomplete.
Zaiden's a lefty, as you can see. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
That was attempted for number 85.
I believe
Is that Schwade?
I believe that was for meant for Schwade. He just got out of bounds with that.
That's a tough play, rolling to the right and throwing like that with a left-hander.
Third and 10 for the Panthers.
Number 27, Billy Martell, inside carry.
Going to bring up 4th and about 9. Martell had about a 1-yard gain on the play.
Number 9, Nate Beef will be the punter.
Beef is on his way in to
Once he
punt
turns
the ball
up,
away.
Number 0.
Beef has got a pretty big leg, Rich. I watched him pregame, and he can kick the ball.
That would be Will Prouty.
And I was watching O'Brien. He was kicking some 50-yarders. It's crazy. In fact, you pointed it out to me. Beef gets it away. Fielded.
Will Prouty with a nice return up the sideline.
That was a big hit by Prouty.
The first superfan that's dressed in USA theme that comes to the press box and shows us our Twitter account will get one of the superfan coaches and free pizza for 3 or 4 of their friends on the superfan coach. Gotta come to the press box. You must be in USA theme.
Duxbury's first time out.
5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
It's going to be nice, Rich, when that scoreboard's lit up and we don't have to hang out the window to see what the score is. Or the time left, I should say. Quarterback keeper. Gain of about 8, it looks like, for the Dragons.
Seems to be one of their favorite plays.
John Roberts picks up.
Yeah, I think the quarterback's kept the ball 4 times so far this quarter. Bring up 2nd and about 2. It's back to pass.
Intercepted. Oh, almost.
Oh, almost intercepted by Nixon.
John Roberts attempting to hit.
The ball looked like it was shot. It looked like he was going to intercept it.
But it was real good coverage by Nixon, too. He
In order
was
to win
right
the
in front of
second
him.
superfan coach, you need to be following Dr. Jones on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter, and if he gives you directions and you do that, you and your friends will get the second coach and some free pizza.
Going to bring up 3rd and about 2 for the Dragons. Quarterback keeper again.
Oh, wide open up the middle.
Big gain for the Dragons.
John Roberts, 30-yard scamper. Great play action. 1st and goal, Duxbury.
Good ball fake on that.
Ball is spotted on the 4-yard line, it looks. Then again, I'm old and I can't see.
There was no fooling the Panthers that time. The quarterback handed the ball off to 21 and stopped by a host of Panthers.
Looks like they lost the yard on that.
Going to bring up second goal.
Second and goal.
Quarterback keeper again. Looks like he was stopped right about at the line of scrimmage by a host of Panther players.
Picks up a couple. I'm not sure where they're spotting it.
Third and goal.
Looks like the 5-yard line. And we'll get third down and goal from the 5.
The quarterback is definitely not afraid to keep the ball.
No, he looks like he's pretty quick too. Good stand so far by the Panthers.
Panther defense is pretty tough. I mean, we've watched them, Rich. This is a fourth game in, and that line is pretty tough. Quarterback keeper's good for the touchdown.
John Roberts scores the initial touchdown. Take the lead of 6-0.
With 3:21 left in the first period here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field, score is Duxbury Dragons 6, your Whitman Hanson Panthers 0. Ball is up. And the point after is good.
Souza kicks the ball through. It is now 7-0 as the teams get ready for the next kickoff. A reminder, the cheerleading program is hosting a meat raffle tomorrow at Damien's Pub, 3:30 p.m. Join them for a wonderful meat-filled afternoon. Cheerleading program tomorrow, Damien's Pub, 3:30.
Panthers are home next week against Quincy.
Looking for a missing envelope.
And then back home again in 2 weeks against Silver Lake.
Then they go to Plymouth North, and then they're back home for Thanksgiving. It's crazy, but the season is getting close to half over. It's hard to believe.
And the playoffs will be after the Plymouth North.
For the game tonight, so we will allow the Frisoli family to enjoy the game from the Superfan coaches, courtesy of the Superfans.
Dragons are ready to kick off to the Panthers. 3:21 left in the first period.
Number 66, Colin Duffy.
One of the refs got hurt. Yeah, you got to get dressed.
Anybody see that number?
No.
Kick is fielded by number 85, Ryan Schwade, for about a 3 or 4 yard return. It's going to be 1st and 10 Panthers from about the 32-yard line.
Just learned here in the press box that one of the officials went down with an injury, and the official that runs the clock up here in the booth has to go get dressed.
Really? So what are we going to do about the
I
clock?
don't know who's going to be running the clock.
It looks like we might have a break in the action here till they figure out what's going to happen with the
Whitman Hanson.
officials. We have a timeout.
Boys for our golf team, which is off to their best start in years with a 5-1 record. The team beat Quincy on Thursday with Owen Manning leading the way. The boys soccer team also won Thursday, beating Plymouth South 4-1. Junior captain Jason Brodeur had 2 goals. Brendan Neely and Nolan Clark each had 1. And I'm sure I screwed up.
I think they're going to be sending an official up here to the press box to run the clock.
Yeah, it looks like he might have a pulled muscle, and he's going to come up and run the clock, and then the other official that was up here is going to go get changed and go on the field. Yeah, he's limping quite badly.
You pull a muscle in your leg, it's not a fun thing.
Nope.
So it's 1st and 10 here for the Panthers. They're probably going to be keeping the clock on the field temporarily. The ball is handed off to number 27, Billy Martell. And that's good for a Panther first down. Martell gets about a 13-yard gain.
That was a direct snap. Direct snap to Martell in the backfield.
First and 10.
1st and 10 from the 40.
45 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it on the field.
One of the officials so he's up here. The other guy had to go down. So
That's what happens when you travel all the way here. That's what happens when you travel all the way here from the avenue.
Well, the guy had to go down. The other guy had to go down.
Okay, it's 1st and 10 Panthers from the 46-yard line. Zeiden's back. Direct snap. It was a direct snap to Billy Martell. Martell runs around the end. About a 5-yard gain.
Billy Martell, Wildcat, carries for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4. We're right at about midfield here at Dennis M. O'Brien Stadium.
There's Zeiden coming back in. A couple of good gains by Martell. Got it up to midfield. Minute and 50 seconds left in the first period.
Ball's fumbled. They think it's recovered. It was meant for Mike Connors.
Looks like he got it back.
Whitman Hanson picks up a yard or so on the loose ball.
Couple of yard gain on that missed handoff.
Not going to be able to keep doing that, Bob. They're going to have to secure the ball a little better. They can't turn it over to a team like Duxbury.
I think we've seen more turnovers tonight than we did in the first 3 games. Giuliani comes on the field. Gonna bring up 3rd and about 4 for the Panthers. Direct snap to Martell.
Martell on the keeper.
Looks like it's going to bring up 4th down.
Pick up about a yard. Going to be 4th and 2.
It appears that Martell and Zeiden are sharing the quarterback spot.
I'm not sure whether Martell can throw out of that, whether, he's got an arm to do that, but they definitely look like they're thinking about going for it here. This will be a big, big play in the game. Actually, the quarter's going to end.
Will end with a score of 7-0.
With the end of the first period here at Panther Nation, it's Duxbury Dragons 7, Whitman Hanson Panthers 0.
On Twitter at WH Athletics. Tonight already several fans have won prizes. So keep that in mind.
Well, they're right in front of us as they were the last time all night, Rich. We more or less got to see the game because it stayed in between the 30s, if you remember correctly. And that's kind of where we are right now, so that's a good thing.
Another reminder on the cheerleaders. Their meat raffle. Damien's at 3:30. join them for a wonderful afternoon.
Expect to see the Panther band at halftime. Majorettes probably do another rendition of the Sweet Caroline.
I would think so. The best part about it's when everybody in the bleachers is singing it, and they're singing it from both sides. I was there at halftime, and I had the opportunity to go across the field. Both sides love that song. Doesn't matter where you're from. That old Neil Diamond rendition is it. It's 4th and short, and the Panthers are going for it. We got 3 in the backfield.
And he's going to get it.
Yeah, first down. Big play.
First down.
Big play. That should be good for a first down.
Nate Beat picking it up.
Number 9, Beath, gets a first down for the Panthers.
43-yard line.
Big confidence boost right there.
Beath is a great player. If you noticed, we didn't see him run the ball a whole bunch last week in Hingham, but the last home game he was running the ball quite a bit. He's a big kid. Big guy. You've got Schwade out to the right. Handoff is to Connors.
Ball carrier, number 42, Mike Connors. Picks up 1. 2nd and 9.
I was down at the entrance when the Duxbury players were coming in tonight, Bob. There's some big kids on that team.
Yes, there is.
Without the pads. They were.
Yeah. I saw that. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Got Schwade out right. Handoff is to number 9, Nate Beath. About a 4-yard gain, maybe 5.
Ziden with a handoff to number 9, Nate Beath.
He was running right behind Aiden Cafferty, who
3rd and a long 6. Or a short 7.
Here comes Ziden back into the game. You'll see a little pass here.
Oh, way overthrown.
Pass intended for number 27.
Pass was intended for Billy Martell, number 27. It went pretty far over his head. It's going to bring up 4th and about 6 for the Panthers.
Short 7.
And they're going to go for it again.
Jacob Nixon comes back into the game. Beath comes out.
I almost said to you a couple of minutes ago, they got to get Nixon involved in the game.
Nixon's having a great year.
You got to get him in the offense here.
Remember that long pass he had to keep him into the game against New Bedford,
I do.
and they ended up winning?
They do. Panthers
Get a timeout.
Going to talk it over. Coach Driscoll's thinking about it.
Timeout, Whitman Hanson.
I'd like to thank the crew of WHCA, Carol Brewster, Paul Watson, Amy Broderick, and Ryan Kelly, and of course my broadcast partner, Rich Green, for making this WHCA production available to everybody in the towns of Whitman and Hanson.
Whitman and Hanson girls cross-country team posted their first win of the season, beating visiting Plymouth North 26-31 on Wednesday afternoon.
Okay, this is a big move here for the Panthers. It's 4th and about 6.
No, looks like he's going to punt it.
We got to be careful Beath doesn't put it in the end zone. He's got a big leg too.
Yeah, hopefully they can pin him back here.
Be nice to see him pin him.
Number 0, Will Prouty to receive.
Good idea. Good idea.
Nice job. That puts him at about the 5-yard line.
Good idea.
Nice punt.
Yep.
1st and 10, Duxbury.
Kicked it away from the receiver.
Also, Sweeney and Dragone have had a great year on defense this year. They've really really been having at it. Schwade.
The Whitman Hanson
They've been
boys
playing
cross
tough.
team lost a close one to visiting Plymouth North Wednesday afternoon, 25-30. We'll get back to you with the people who made the numbers.
We've got quite a crowd here tonight.
It's another late crowd. They've been coming in through the first quarter.
North end zone appears to be full. Bleachers in front of us are full, and it's a great night for Panther Nation.
I understand there's going to be a ceremony at halftime for the people that have put up some money for the advertising on the new gigantic scoreboard.
Yeah, it's going to be about, it's kind of split up because some of the people, the pass, he's
and that's a
sacked
safety
in the end zone.
That's a safety because
yeah, I think you're going to see a safety.
That's intentional grounding.
I don't see how they can say he got that ball away.
What?
The officials are going to say it was an incomplete pass.
It's intentional grounding. Yeah, you're going to accept it. Yeah,
safety.
It's a safety.
Now the officials are calling it.
That was a big move. It started out with Beef pinning him on the 5-yard line, and then the defense, as they've been performing all year, sticks him in the.
They
in the
crushed
end
him
zone.
on that. There was at least 3 guys in on the quarterback there. Some big hits made him think about throwing the ball. Then when he was going down, he decided to throw it, but it was too late. Another confidence builder for the Panthers.
Yes, it is.
The decision by Coach Driscoll to kick the ball, pin the Dragons back at the 5-yard line.
This is Coach Driscoll's 8th year, and his assistant coaches are Keith Sweeney, Zach Costa, Paul Scarpelli, Matt Rodman, Chris Colclaw, Jerry Thompson Jr., John Rosen, and Dan Moriarty.
Did you see the way that the defense for the Panthers reacted when the referee signaled the safety? They all jumped up in the air and they were elated.
Number 66, Colin Duffy.
Like we said, Rich, they've been doing a great job all year. Lots of times the defense doesn't get that extra little push that they deserve, but this Panther defense has really been working hard in every single game.
Well, the second half of the safety is that they have to kick off from the 20-yard line, so Panthers are going to get the ball and the 2 points.
You've got Nixon back there to receive. It goes to Billy Martell. Martell runs it back to about the 50-yard line, maybe the 48.
Took about 6 Duxbury guys to take him down.
Whitman Hanson will take
Again,
over on downs at the
this Panther group does not give up, Rich. They are just tough. Every single one of them is in here to play it all, and you've seen it all year. It's been really a great 4 games this year, and we've got many more to come.
Got to move the ball on offense here with 8.5 minutes left to go.
Zeiden's in for QB. Let's see what the Panthers are going to do. Ball's handed off. Was that Connors?
Beef again?
Beef. Beef on the run. About a 1-yard gain.
Gain of about 2. 2nd and 8.
Second and about 9 for the Panthers.
Clock is running here in the second quarter. 7.5 minutes to go.
Ball's direct snap to Martell. He gets taken down in the backfield, fumbles the ball, but I believe that
Ball was fumbled,
picked up by Duxbury and run into the end zone for a Duxbury score.
14.
I thought Martell had recovered the ball. To me, it looked like he had, but it must have come out again.
It slid out, yeah. Another turnover, Hurt.
Turnovers are never good.
Number 20, Brett Souza, will kick the extra point.
Kick is no good.
Blocked by the Panthers.
7:18 left in the second period. The score is Duxbury Dragons 13. Your Whitman Hanson Panthers 0.
No, Panthers have 2, Bob. Panthers have 2, right?
Oh, that's correct. I'm sorry. Again, we've got to bend forward. Panthers are going to be on offense again. The Dragons will be kicking off. They've had a couple of bad breaks this half, Rich.
Yep, dug themselves a little hole here they're going to have to dig out of.
Panthers don't give up, though, so expect to see them coming right back.
They've played them even except for the turnovers.
Yes, they definitely are. Just been a couple of bad breaks, so this game would be much closer than what you're looking at right now. Kick goes back, fielded by Nixon. He gets stopped on about the 18-yard line, about a 10-yard return.
Great open field tackle, number 15, Sam Heppenstall. Whitman Hanson will take over on the 18-yard line. 1st and 10.
We've got a lively cheerleading group and a fan group, and the band down here is doing a great job. And we're back at the action.
Duxbury defensive line led by number 53.
Ball was run up the middle. Get back to the line of scrimmage.
That run down is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Gets Iden back in the quarterback slot. Martell's standing beside him.
That's going to be a penalty on Whitman Hanson. Motion.
Motion penalty on the Panthers. Going to cost them 5 yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 15. Back to pass. Ball is thrown to Nixon.
Again, that's number 53, Quinn Murphy, open field tackle.
Going to bring up 3rd and about 13 for the Panthers. Ball was thrown to Nixon for about a 2-yard gain from the backfield.
It is 3rd down and about 14.
They need a break here, Rich, to get this thing revved up.
They need somebody to make a play.
Got swayed out on the flat on the left. Nixon in motion. Ball's handed off to number 32, Brendan Frawley.
Ball carried by number 32, Brendan Frawley.
Brings up fourth and about 9.
Of about 7 or 8 yards. It is 4th and 8.
Gonna have to punt it.
Beef coming on the field to punt.
Second period.
Clock's winding down here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field. Just over 4 minutes left. Beef is back to punt.
Number 9, Nate Beef, punting.
Beef puts it up in the air. Nice punt. Takes
Good
a Whitman
bounce.
Hanson bounce to about the 38-yard line.
Ball caught by 0, Will Prouty. The ball will be spotted on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Duxbury. Again, 13-2 is the score. A little under 4 minutes left in the half. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a very special halftime presentation for those of you that are going to hang around just watching cheerleaders and music. Special
Dragons
presentation.
taking over on offense here, and defense needs a big stop. Quarterback's back to pass. It's on the keeper. Sweeney's chasing him. Sweeney chases him out of bounds after about a 2.5-yard gain.
Run gains 3 to 4 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 to 7.
Sweeney's really been penetrating the line. If you've been watching this, Richard, he's getting in there and forcing these plays, or there might be some differences here. Ball's handed off to number 21.
Number 21.
Stopped by a host of Panther players.
Picking up maybe a yard.
Going to bring up 3rd down and about 6.
He looked like he was going to gain a lot more than that when he got around the corner, but
Yeah, he rounded the corner, but it was pretty
Good
big
pursuit.
sweep when he did it.
good pursuit by the Panthers.
The D is definitely playing tough. They always do, though, Rich. I mean, we've had this discussion many times. Quarterback's back to pass, throws long, way over his head.
Home run, missed.
Going to bring up 4th down.
John Albert's looking for 0, Will Prouty. Overthrown.
3 minutes to go till half.
Has Duxbury completed a pass? I know they've thrown a tremendous amount, but I don't think they've completed a pass this evening.
They had the one big play where the quarterback kept it, got about 30 yards. Other than that, they really haven't.
And they just had that run back.
And the run
that's
back
the
on
difference.
a turnover.
And a
Yep. Yep. Now they're going to punt it.
If I remember correctly, Duxbury, when the rain game, went back to punt and ran the ball.
Prouty, they punt.
Fair catch call by number 27, Billy Martell.
Whitman will take over on the
They could give Ziden some time in the pocket. They got to go downfield a little bit. Maybe try to get one to Schwade or to Nixon, something. They got to. It's the question of whether he can get time in the pocket to throw the pass.
There's 2:58 left in the second period with the score. Duxbury Dragons 13, Whitman Hanson Panthers 2. I get a good feeling on this drive, Rich. I think they're going to do something here. Get swayed out to the right.
Nate Bees picks up a couple. Second and 8, we have a timeout.
2:45 left till halftime.
Marshfield. Timeout Marshfield.
Duxbury.
Duxbury, yeah. What game am I at, Rich?
Either Marshfield or Duxbury called that timeout. We'll blame Duxbury.
I'm thinking Marshfield saying Duxbury. Or thinking Duxbury and saying Marshfield. Paul, I'm glad you corrected me on that. That's okay. I'm glad of that. It's good to have a retired principal here to keep me in line. Pass is made, completed.
And dropped.
Incomplete pass.
Pass was meant for number 31, Tom George.
Third down.
Third and about 8 for the Panthers.
2:40 in the first half.
Got time.
Back to pass, going to be intercepted by number 13. Ball was long.
That was number 13, Duncan Gillis, intercepting John Zeiden's pass. Duxbury with 2:29 in the half.
Ball's run back to about the 25-yard line, so the Dragons are going to take over on offense. In pretty good field position.
He had time, but Duxbury was, they knew the play. They were sitting back on that one.
First and 10.
First and 10 Dragons. This Panther defense has been on the field quite a long time this half.
Yeah, I think they're getting worn down.
Quarterback keeper. He's going to run it in for the touchdown.
Quarterback John Roberts.
Same play as earlier in the game.
Touchdown.
Another turnover. Turns into points for Duxbury.
19-2 with the extra point coming.
The turnovers are killing them, Rich. The point after is good.
This extra point was good.
With just over 2 minutes left here in the first half, the score is Duxbury Dragons 20, Whitman Hanson 2.
I'd say everybody here is a little shell-shocked.
Yeah, it's not quite the outcome that anyone wants to see here in Panther Nation, but we've still got another whole half of football here, and the resilience of these Panthers, I've seen them come right back and fight their way back. So coaches, as we said in the halftime, change up strategies, talk to the players, and you may see a whole energized change. So don't count them out yet. You've got Nixon back deep. Short field kick.
Pooch kick.
Grabbed by number 31, Tom George, I believe.
That would be Tom George.
Well, how about that, Bob, huh? Up 20-2 with 2 minutes to go, and they try a pooch kick.
5-yard line with 2:20 in the half.
I think I remember a Patriots game back a couple of years ago where Belichick tried that.
Yeah.
And it backfired on them,
Yep.
and the Patriots ended up losing. Let's see if the Panthers can move the ball and get some points. And then they get the ball to start the second half.
Exactly. Well, I think they're going to do some good stuff right here. Pass out in the flat.
There's Schwade.
Schwade's running with the ball. He gets about a 30 or 40-yard gain. Nice play.
Ryan Schwade with a 27-yard completion.
That's what they needed, Rich. We were talking about that, and they need some of that action to spark it and get it going. And like I said, never count out the Panthers.
Stop turning the ball over, get some points, get the ball to start the second half.
That's true. They're going to get the ball.
Get the crowd into it.
Ball is carried by number 9. That would be Nate Deep. A couple of monsters in the middle of the defensive line. Stop that pretty quick.
Clock is running.
Number 55, I think, is one of them. That would be
Going to bring up second and about 9 for the Panthers. Back to pass, long pass, just short.
with the pump and go. Misses Ryan Schwade down the sidelines.
Seiden took a little bit of a hit after he let that go.
I thought there was a pass interference on that one, but doesn't look like it's over on that side.
Got something going on here.
Personal foul.
That's going to be a personal foul against the Dragons.
Yeah.
That's a big play.
Hit to the head.
On Duxbury.
I said, I think Seiden took a pretty good lick after he let that ball go. That was a nice pass. It just,
he must have got hit in the head then.
he got nailed, but he jumped right up. That's, that's a tough kid.
A little over a minute and change.
This is a great opportunity for the Panthers to score before halftime and bring them right back into this game. Seiden on the keeper, gets stuffed for a loss.
Swain gets met by number 50, Garrett Shackett.
Duxbury's just keying on that play right now, Bob. They're gonna have to keep mixing it up.
I think we get a timeout here on the field.
2nd and 12.
With a break in the action and 1:04 left in the first half, the score is Duxbury Dragons 20, Whitman Hanson Panthers 2. Rich, Whitman Hanson marching right down the field, and they've got an opportunity here to do some damage and get right back into this game. So, and they've got some time. It's second down, about 11. That run up the middle seems to be getting stopped.
Yeah, if you look at the size of number 53 in the middle for Duxbury, you can kind of figure out why they're not being able. He reminds me of Vince Wilfork, the way he used to stuff the middle for the Patriots.
Well, last week, if you were at the Hingham game, they had two really big guys. I think it was 72 and 73 that were right in the middle of the field, and they're big bodies. They close a hole up pretty quick. So
yeah, he's a big kid.
Quarterback's back to pass. Pass is complete.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Another dropped ball.
Going to be 3rd and about 12.
What's that pass intended for?
Nixon. Yep, number 7.
Going to bring up 3rd down and about 11. We're in 4 down territory, so.
Jake Nixon coming over to the sideline. Got the tee in his hand. Might have to take a shot if they don't gain any yards here.
You mean Jake O'Brien?
Jake O'Brien, I'm sorry.
Quarterback's back to pass. Throws it long.
Double covered.
Attempt.
Going to bring up a fourth down.
Looks like Schwady.
You think you're going to see O'Brien?
Yes.
Now 4th down.
Jake O'Brien's taking the field. I think this is more than within his range. I was watching him kick 50-yarders at warm-ups, so I'm going to attempt to put some points on the board.
Schwade will do the holding, and it's going to be about a 42-yarder.
A 41-yard attempt. Jake O'Brien.
Got just under a minute left here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field.
Going to be short.
Ball is up, and it hits the goalpost.
Hits the crossbar.
Duxbury will take over.
Hit the crossbar.
Just missed it. Another foot, and that would have been good for 3.
46 seconds in the half. Ball will be placed on the...
That was a big opportunity there for the Panthers to get right back into this, but
Yeah, they had the one big pass to Schwade.
looks like Duxbury might be going to throw the ball. They got to watch for that quarterback keeper too. He's got 2 touchdowns, even though it's about 80 yards. He's pretty quick.
Yep, they're not sitting on it.
Looked like the ball was complete, but stopped by Quinn Sweeney.
That's probably going to run it down for.
Looks like they're playing hurry up. Runs right up the middle. Good for a first down.
Yep, they're just running it to see if they can get something. If not,
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Quarterback's back to pass. Throws it complete to 0. He runs it out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain or a 9-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 1 for the Dragons.
8 seconds to go.
This could be the last play of the half. Quarterback's back to pass. He's going to throw it long. He's coming back.
Keep him in bounds. That's it.
27, the clock will end the half.
The score at the halftime, your Whitman Hanson Panthers 2 and the Duxbury Dragons 20. Stay tuned for halftime for the halftime show. I'm Bob Hayes alongside Rich Green, and we'll be back in a bit with second half action here on Whitman Hanson Community Access. We're back here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field for the second half start of the Panthers-Dragon football game. Rich, we had kind of a lackluster first half. Turnovers, I think, were attributed to part of what's going on with this 20-2 score. What's your thought on it?
Obviously, I think the Panthers are going to have to open it up a little bit here in the second half. They're trying to run up the middle. It hasn't worked. They're going to have to try to put the ball in the air, see if they can't get some points on the board. Defense has been playing fairly well. It's a couple of turnovers that have been mishaps for the Panthers.
Yeah, there's been some unfortunate turnovers that do attribute to the 20-point score. I mean, truthfully, other than the turnovers, this would be a pretty close game. I mean, if you really think about it, the defense for the Panthers has been on the field. They've been holding their own. There's just been some unfortunate turnovers that have brought forward the score of 20-2. Coach's assessment. Usually we see some changes when we get out in the second half here. What do you think? And the coach's got to say when he walks into a halftime with a score that's 20-2.
I don't really think there's much he can really say other than you got to hold on to the ball. But I mean, they've had a couple of incomplete passes from the receivers that the ball has been low, but I mean, it's in an area where the receiver is the only one that has a shot at it. 6 or 8 yards, and it's first and 10, and they gain 6 or 7 yards on first down. Then it changes the play calling. But if you get a false start, and now you're first or second and 15, it changes the game. And Duxbury backs up, and they're in the middle of the field for an overthrown pass for an interception. So they need to open up the game, but they also need to make the plays. And I'm sure the coaches have said that.
Well, as we've said, the defense scored on a turnover. The quarterback scored a couple touchdowns on some turnovers. It's not like Duxbury's offense has been fabulously running a game. They've had some fairly good breaks, but we're going to see what's happening here in the second half here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field in just about a minute. So please stay tuned to this Whitman Hanson Community Access production and its volunteers: Carol Brewster, Paul Watson, Amy Broderick, Ryan Tully, and my broadcast partner, Rich Green. The Panthers will be, they deferred, so they'll be receiving the ball when we come out in the second half. And hopefully they bring it right down the field and make something happen here. We've got plenty of time left in this game, and anything can happen, as we all know.
I would say the first possession has a great deal to do with how the second half goes, because they get the fans back into the game, they move the ball, they'll start to feel better about themselves and get some points on the board. Again, their defense has not played that bad.
No, the defense played very well. They've had some bad breaks like anything, and special teams and bad breaks are what changes football games, no matter how good you are. With any team, I mean, you watch the NFL, you see some special teams make or break games. So you may see this in this half. And the ball's kicked away. It looks like it's going to go out on about the 7-yard line.
So that'll be brought out to, I believe, the 35. That is a penalty.
I believe you're going to see the ball on the 30-yard line. No, 35.
Panthers have elected to
re-kick,
take the 5 yards and have them re-kick it.
And that's okay. They're hoping for a big run back, and I'm hoping for a big run back.
Whitman Hanson chose to have them kick again. Same kicker, same receiver.
You got Nixon back to receive, along with Billy Martell and Tragone. Ball goes to Nixon. Brings it back to the 35-yard line, so it's going to be Panther offense on the 35-yard line.
In the third period. Score 20-2 after the half. Again, if there's nobody coming up to get that money on the 50-50, we will grab another ticket, and we'll do that at the end of the third period. So if you decided you didn't want to win, we'll give someone else a chance.
We got a little reverse going there. The ball ended up
Double reverse with number 7.
Nixon running.
Nixon carrying the ball, gains about 3. Second and 7.
It's like run up the middle.
Connor's
fighting for that first down. What a great run. Looks like it's enough for a Panther first down.
Number 27.
The initial hit was about 5 yards back, and Connors dragged him about 5 yards for a Whitman Hanson first down.
Oh, big call.
Motion.
That negates that run.
Boy.
I didn't see any flag on that. Did you see a flag?
I haven't seen it, no.
Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Panthers. That's
again, that changes the call. Instead of 1st and 10, 2nd and 11.
another handoff to Connors up the middle, about a 6-yard gain.
42, Mike Connors fought his way through.
Connors just bulls his way right up through there with the ball. Big, strong kid, not afraid, runs right at him.
They need a first down here. They can't turn the ball over at this point. They got to go down and get some points.
Third and about 6. Snaps to Ziden.
It's a keeper.
Pass is complete.
Looking for the official on the call.
Looks like it's complete to Schwade.
He said no.
If it holds up.
Incomplete.
He said he's out of bounds.
Incomplete. Great attempt. Great try.
Going to bring up a 4th down.
The 50-50 has been won by a gentleman from Duxbury. So we will not pull another ticket unless somebody else wants to donate money they want to give away.
4th down.
4th down.
Field goal team's coming on. Beath is going to be back to kick it away.
Nate Beath punting the ball.
Takes a Whitman Hanson roll. It's going to be on about the 24-yard line, roughly. 1st and 10, Dragons.
1st and 10, Duxbury.
Going to need to make a stand here, Bob. They're going to.
Well, the D's been playing pretty tough all night, so hopefully they'll come up big here. We'll get the ball in good field position and march right down the field and bring this action alive here at Dennis M. O'Brien Stadium.
There we go.
Quarterback keeper.
Number 53, Sean Jonas.
Didn't fool Jonas at all. Jonas just right back and drew him for a loss for about 3 yards. Great play by Jonas.
I wouldn't even go for the quarterback fake at this point, Bob. You know what I mean? All he's doing is faking it in to the belly of the running back and keeping it. I would make him give it up. Maybe that's what...
It didn't fool Sean Jonas at all.
No, maybe that's what he keyed on. And just, the quarterback's got the ball. Just go for him. Make him do something with it.
He's back to pass. He's got a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he
throws it
on the
away.
Ground.
Defense, great rush. Pass incomplete. Third down, 14.
He had a host of Whitman Hanson players in there. Jonas, Beef, Dragone. I mean, they were all over him. If he hadn't ditched the ball, they definitely would have sacked him for a big loss. Told you, the D's coming up big. They really are. And they've been on the field a tremendous amount tonight, but they're playing very, very tough. Quarterback throws it out in the flat. Gets stopped.
Prouty with a gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Going to be fourth down, though. Number 21, Max Rodriguez.
I think you're going to see the punt team come on the field.
Fourth down. Duxbury will punt.
This should leave them in pretty good field position. This might be a great opportunity here for the Panthers. It's time for Nixon or Martell to run one back. They've been coming up big when they've needed it. I mean, like I said before, when Nixon ran it to the corner over there.
Kid's got a good punt.
Number 0 punting the ball.
It takes a Duxbury roll.
Boy, that was a great kick.
It's going to be on about the 24-yard line. You're going to see the Panther offense take the field.
Down about the 25-yard line.
About a 35, 40-yard kick.
10, Whitman Hanson.
It had a nice roll, and
We have an injury.
somebody's down on the field.
Looks like a cramp.
With a break in the action here in Dennis M. O'Brien Field and 6:49 left in the third period, the score is Duxbury Dragons 20, your Whitman Hanson Panthers 2. There's no question, Rich, the Panthers have got to get something going on this drive. They're just about getting it, they get it going and then something happens. But I have faith in our Panthers. I think they're going to get right at it and get down the field. Rich, did you say next week that we're home or away?
Home next 2 weeks. Home, I believe, playing Quincy at home and then Silver Lake.
Quincy home, Silver Lake home, 7 o'clock, both Friday nights, and then away to Plymouth North, and the last game of the year after the playoffs is home.
For the 108th meeting between Abington and Whitman Hanson.
I know, it seems like it was yesterday, it was the 100th meeting. Pass is complete to number 11, I think, C.J. Giuliani.
Number 11 is C.J. Giuliani. Pick up to about 5.
That was Ryan Schwade that went down
6.
on the field.
Second down at about 6 for the Panthers. They need to move the ball, Rich. Runs up the middle. It's close to a first down. It's just a little short.
Looks like Connors.
Mike Connors picking up, looks like about 3 or 4. Third
and 2.
and 2.
Five and a half minutes to go in the third quarter.
Seems like a fast quarter. Got Tom George out wide on the left.
Yeah, it's going
That's
to be
going to
close.
be good, I think. depending on where the spot is, I think that's good for a first down. It was
they-
Beath running the ball.
Could be a little bit short.
Carrying the ball.
They might have to bring the chains out.
That's going to be close. I think it might be a smidge shot.
Yep. You're going to have to go for it.
Yep. It's going to bring up fourth and about 2 feet.
Pretty much puts the game on the line right here. They don't get it. Give Duxbury a short field. Maybe they can try to draw him offside.
I don't know if he got it. It's
He
hard
got
to
it.
tell with the pile.
He got it. Referee came in from this side. He's got it as a first down. Once he puts the ball down.
Forward progress. First down.
First down, Panthers.
Great block up front.
That was a giant pile there. It was tough to tell where the ball was going to get spotted.
First and 10, 35-yard line.
Yeah, isn't that funny how in the NFL they throw a red flag and they say, "Can we look at that as where they spotted the ball?" And
Exactly.
It's like, how can you tell?
Quarterback keeper
John Ziden
dives for about a
through,
4-yard gain.
picks up about 4 yards. Second and 6.
I think that's the second time we've seen Ziden run the ball tonight.
Well, Bob, you're always asking people that sit next to you for predictions. I'm going to ask you: are the Red Sox going to win the World Series this year?
I don't know. That's
They
they
had
are-
what 107, 108 wins regular season.
I know. Pass is incomplete.
Bubble screen attempt. Number 31, Tom George. Very good defensive play. Broke it up.
Third and about 6.
Third, 1-6.
Just can't string anything together on their offense.
They are struggling a little bit, but they're trying 150% here to make something happen. Beats coming off. Nixon's coming on.
He's going to get hit from back. He's going to get rid of it.
Quarterback gets caught.
Number 35.
Going to bring up fourth down and about 8.
Eric Proctor. Great defensive play from behind.
Everyone was covered
Fourth down
downfield.
and
It's going to bring
7.5.
Beath out, punt the ball. Nice punt by Beath. Takes a Whitman Hanson roll. Down around the 15-yard line.
15-yard line will be the next beginning of the Duxbury offense. 2 minutes, 21 seconds, third quarter.
Both punters have played fairly well tonight.
Yeah, they both can kick the ball pretty well for high school kids. I mean, Beath kicks really good. You've only seen Jake O'Brien one time, and it almost was a field goal. It just hit the post. Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeps the ball.
Stopped right at the line of scrimmage by Beath.
3-yard gain. How about a 1 or a 2-yard gain? 2nd and 9.
Quarterback hands the ball off. Stopped pretty close to the line of scrimmage for no gain by number 53, Sean Jonas.
3-yard gain.
Assisted by Brendan Frawley. It's 3rd and about 6. They need to stop him. Get the ball back here. Quarterback's back to pass. Throws a long one.
He's open.
Looks like it was good. Pass is complete.
Well thrown ball. John Roberts.
It's good for a first down.
Probably Will Prouty. Picked up about 25 yards.
He ended up getting about 1 step on Nixon, and the ball was thrown pretty much perfectly.
Landolfi.
He's gone.
Number 21 runs into the end zone for the Duxbury Dragons.
50-yard run.
Tim Landolfi.
Just under a minute to go in the 3rd period. Gonna make it 26 to 2.
59 seconds. Point after coming.
Kick is up and good.
Brett Souza kicks it through.
With a little over a minute left in the 3rd period, the score is Duxbury Dragons 27.
59 seconds in the 3rd quarter.
Your Whitman Hanson Panthers, too. I'm surprised just before with that little pooch kick that Duxbury played that. It gave Whitman Hanson a pretty good opportunity to get back in the game.
In the first half, yeah.
Yeah, in the
first
half. Well, Whitman Hanson's going to be on offense again in a minute.
Well, somewhat of a fact on that last defensive stand is, to your point, the defense has been on the field an awful lot tonight because the Panthers haven't been able to move and hold on to the ball on offense.
Ball's received by Billy Martell.
Number 27.
Runs
Billy
it back to
Martell,
about the 35-yard line.
tackle away. Whitman Hanson will take over. .32-yard line, it looks like. Or the 33-yard line. Quick reminder, the cheerleaders program hosting a meat raffle tomorrow at Damien's, 3:30.
Panther timeout.
Timeout.
Whitman Hanson. Again, as we said earlier, congratulations to the girls soccer team, boys soccer team, golf team, cross-country teams, boys and girls. Very productive fall here in Pantherland.
Ball's handed off to Brendan Frawley.
Brendan Frawley running to the corner, finding no room. Loss of about 2. 2nd and 12.
Going to bring up a second down and about 12
The
yards.
score, Duxbury 27, Whitman Hanson 2. As we begin the 4th quarter.
It's going to do it for the 3rd quarter.
31-yard line.
Rich, if there was a halftime show, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that the J.J. Frizzoli Foundation donated $25,000 towards this new scoreboard in the north end of the Whitman Hanson field. J.J. Frizzoli was an accomplished student athlete at Whitman Hanson, where he was captain of the championship football and wrestling teams and loved by all who met him. J.J. was especially proud of the communities of Whitman and Hanson. Through athletics and a strong community spirit, J.J. benefited greatly from the lessons he learned, such as leadership, work ethic, discipline, dedication, sportsmanship, loyalty, and commitment. J.J. stayed very close with all of his Whitman Hanson friends and gave back to all the communities he was a part of. Congratulations to the J.J. Frizzoli Foundation for making Whitman Hanson a better place for student athletes to play.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So we're starting the 4th quarter here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field with the score, Duxbury Dragons 27, Whitman Hanson Panthers 2. Whitman Hanson's on offense. Pass is complete to number 11. About a 5-yard gain, C.J. Giuliani. Ziden completes a pass to Giuliani and
Brought down by number 44. And that would be
brings up 3rd down and approximately 6 yards. It was a nice little pass. Ziden rolled out, spun around, almost got caught up in a little bit of traffic. Found Giuliani, 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6.
You say they'll probably be playing all 4 downs. Probably might not see any punts for the Panthers.
Another pass, complete and good for a 1st down to Ryan Schwade.
Ryan Schwade for 1st down.
Ziden completes one to Schwade. Nice hookup. Panther 1st down.
1st and 10.
Ball's on about the 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball is handed off to number 42, Connors, for another 1st down.
For about 20 yards. 1st down.
Panthers offense is coming alive.
Ball placed on the 38-yard line.
Ball's handed off to Beef for a run up the middle. No gain on the play. We got somebody down on the field. Nope, he's up. Took an awful hard hit. It's number 76, Aiden Cafferty. Brings up 2nd and 8. Ziden back to pass, completed to Schwade.
Ziden to Schwade. Going to be hearing that for a while.
1st down. Another Panther 1st down. Ziden to Schwade.
Ball spotted on the 27-yard line.
Ball's handed off to Connors. Connors runs for about a 5-yarder.
Mike Connors picks up about 5 yards, tackled by the interior part of the Duxbury defensive line.
Going to bring up second and about 5.
2nd and 4.
Number 53 from Duxbury just came back into the game. 2nd down and about 5. Quarterback keeper gets stopped in the backfield.
Number 45, Red Magwood, stopped Ziden.
Brings it up 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5.
Definitely going to put pressure on the Panthers the next couple of weeks, Bob, to come out on top for the playoffs, because if they lose this one, they'll be back to 2-2. Quincy, I believe, is a fairly decent team, along with the Lakers coming in 2 weeks in a row.
Ball's handed off to Connors. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Point of attack by number 35, Eric Proctor. 4th and a long 5.
They're going to go for it here. They really kind of have no choice. They want to get back into this. Clock's running. 6:42 left in the 4th period here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field. Ball's passed.
And
goes incomplete.
Wow, that was a great catch.
Ziden took a pretty good lick when he let that go, too. It was complete.
Looked like he tipped it to himself.
That ball was complete. Yeah, Paul, it was a complete pass for a 1st down. What a great. It looked from the booth like they were saying it was incomplete.
Looked like he tipped it to himself, and he caught it.
Awesome catch. But I'll tell you, it wasn't after Ziden took an awful hit.
Oh, they're coming right up on him.
Ball was intended for Ryan Schwade.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Corner, incomplete.
Yeah.
Ziden got hit again.
Yeah, they're really putting the pressure on Ziden. A lot of these players, as you can see, a lot of the defensive players play both ways. They got to be getting tired, Rich. I mean, this has been a pretty difficult game at best. They're all playing hard. Ball's handed off to Connors, number 42. Looks like he's in.
No,
just shot.
About the 4-yard line.
Good for another 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal.
5-yard line. Yep. 1st and goal from the 5. Clock running.
Spotted on the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
If he didn't just get tripped up, Connors would have had the touchdown.
It was close.
He just got caught.
Yep.
He's been running hard all night. Ball is handed off to Connors again. I think he ran it for about a 1-yard gain.
Then at the line of scrimmage by number 44, Red Magwood. Gain of maybe 1.
Martell checks in as Nixon
Looks
comes
like
out.
3rd and goal from the 3.
I think it's going to be 2nd down and goal.
2nd and goal.
Ball's handed off to Connors again, up the middle. He just keeps on keeping on, and he got the touchdown.
Wow, he was stopped at the 3-yard line. And
he just doesn't stop pumping those legs. He's a real big, strong kid, and he never gives up. What a great run for Mike Connors.
Gonna kick. Gonna kick the extra point and probably see an onside kick.
Jake O'Brien's in for the extra point. 4:37 left in the game. The Panthers get their first touchdown offensively. O'Brien's in the kick. High snap. Gets it good. Plenty of leg. And it's good. It's 4:37 left in the fourth period. The score is Duxbury Dragons 27. Whitman Hanson Panthers 9. Well, they marched it right down the field that time, Rich. I mean, they didn't let up. They threw the ball a few times. Connors just started power running 5 yards, 6 yards, 8 yards, just dragging people with him. So, and as you can see, it brought 7 points. You think an onside kick?
I'm going to say you're going to probably have to, right? 4.5 minutes to go, down by 18. I'm not sure how often they practice onside kicks, but maybe they'll kick it deep. They have all their timeouts. Maybe they'll kick it deep and try to hold them and
I think Duxbury is looking for that onside kick.
Yeah, they have the whole, just about the whole crew up there.
Looks like Whitman Hanson may have the ball. Whitman Hanson has the ball. That onside kick worked.
I think it was bounced off. He hit a line drive, and it looked like it bounced off a Duxbury player.
I think Tom George recovered that. Tom George.
Whitman Hanson ball.
Great job.
Duxbury side of the 50-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, you're going to see the offense back on the field. They just, as we talked about, Rich, they never give up. It doesn't matter. This isn't like the NFL. These guys play 100% hot from start to finish. There's no whining. There's no crying. There's no, no big payday either.
No quitting at halftime like
right.
one of the NFL players.
That was crazy, wasn't it? Ball's handed off to Beef. Beef, look at him. He's dragging him. He's got about 7 yards with a guy on his back.
Number 9, Nate Beef, picks up 6 yards. 2nd and 4.
Clock is running. Just down to about 4 minutes to go.
Biden's back to pass, rolls out.
He's open.
Throws a good one. I think it's complete.
He caught it.
It's definitely complete. What a pass that was. He was covered really, really close.
Is that Martell?
No, let's see. Yes, that was Billy Martell.
Billy Martell.
Great reception.
Highest point.
That defender was right on top of him. I don't even know how he caught the ball.
I think he had the ball in the defender's arms.
Yeah, I think he did too. 1st and 10. The spark is alive here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field. This offense is going to town. Hand to Beef. Beef is outside. Look at Beef. There's 4 guys trying to tackle him, and he just doesn't give up. Another first down.
1st and goal.
I mean, that was all ultimate strength dragging him. Ball's handed to Beath again.
Beat again up the middle, but no gain.
At this point of the game, with 3 minutes left, the clock is definitely not your friend. It's ticking off some time.
6, 7 yard line. Seven-yard line.
Ziden throws the ball.
Out of bounds, no catch.
Going to bring up 3rd and goal. Just over 2 minutes left in this game. Snap got away from Ziden. He falls on it.
Looks like Duxbury's got it.
Duxbury turnover. Duxbury comes up with the ball.
In the hands of Duxbury.
Another turnover, Rich. As we've said, turnovers
First down.
tonight were critical.
2 minutes, 16 seconds. Ball is placed on the 27-yard line.
They were running out of time, but another turnover does not help.
Well, brings the offense back on the field for the Dragons. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback.
Stop led by Sean Jonas.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
Assisted by Sweeney and Beath. Another quarterback keeper. Panthers are signaling that there was a fumble on the play and it was recovered by Nate Beath. We're waiting to hear what the referees have to say. And it was. Ball was fumbled and it was recovered by Nate Beath. You're going to see the Panthers back on the field. Offense back on the field.
Great play. First down, Whitman Hanson.
With 1:28 left on the clock, there's a turnover.
Ball is placed on the 30-yard line. You guys see who pulled the ball up? See who pulled the ball up?
Beath.
Nine.
Ziden's back to pass, throws it into the end zone. Ball's intercepted. We got a flag on the play. I think you're going to see pass interference. Montel got shoved to the ground. I think you're going to see it. And 1:14 left here at Dennis M. O'Brien Field. We got a flag on the play. I think it's going to be pass interference. Either that or it's a personal foul.
Holding.
Holding on the offense.
Wow.
Pass interference. Offsetting. Offsetting.
Let's do it again, baby.
Pass interference and holding.
Remains first down.
Ball's handed up, off for a run up the middle, stop for a loss.
Number 33, P.J. Mullen.
Got an injury on the field. 58 seconds left here in this contest.
While there's a little downtime, again, we want to thank everyone for being here tonight. You were part of history when you saw one of the largest donations from the Frisoli family for all the right reasons to help us become a better place. That new scoreboard will be working as of next week. I've been guaranteed that by Bob Rogers and Bob Hayes. If it isn't, both will be sitting near the scoreboard. And it won't be on those nice couches. Thank you to the Frisoli family. Incredible donation.
We've got a little break in the action here. We've got an injury on the field.
Bob, I think you were just called out on the PA system.
I know. Well, that's what happens when you have retired principals come and do the announcing on the field, and you're close to them and you know them. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It looks like Connor's got injured on the play. He's being helped off the field. That's a big, big loss to the family. I mean, to the Panthers. He's an intricate part of this offense and defense, and probably one of the toughest runners in the whole league. So hopefully that's just a cramp in his leg or something so he can be back playing.
We raised $1,000 tonight.
Biden's back to pass. It seems like he's got time. He's getting chased down now. He's elected to run the ball. He gets tripped up at the very end for a loss on the
We have
play.
a flag on the play. While that is going on, just want to FYI, we have raised over $1,000 tonight to help the Skalenka, Corporal Skalenka's situation on that house in Hanson. Again, it's part of what Whitman Hanson does to help people who need it. So a big thank you to all. Penalty is on Whitman Hanson.
The 15-yard penalty.
An illegal block or blocking below. Chop block.
Penalty was on Whitman Hanson, chop block.
The 15-yarder on Whitman Hanson for a chop block with 22 seconds left on the clock here. Dennis M. O'Brien Field. We're going to see a couple more plays. Ziden throws the ball long. It's overthrown. Incomplete.
7 seconds. Third down and a $20 cab ride.
Brings up third and a long 25 yards.
Well, Bob, I look forward to working with you next week as they get the new scoreboard up and running. It should be very exciting for the people involved and the people that have put the money up to get that huge scoreboard up in the end zone.
Biden throws the ball. Incomplete.
That's going to do it. 1 second left.
1 second
They're
left
going to
on
run
the
the clock out, and that's going to do it.
The final score from Dennis M. O'Brien Field this evening, Whitman Hanson Panthers 9 and the Duxbury Dragons 27. I'm Bob Hayes along with my broadcast partner Rich Green. Thank you for tuning into this Whitman Hanson Panther football. You've been watching a Whitman Hanson Community Access production. Until next time, have a great evening.